How we doing, folks? Enjoying yourselves? I'm feeling pretty good. I lost a fair amount of weight in the last year. And that's a good thing, you know. I'm trying to be healthy, things we should do. But I have a weird goal, you know. Some people have an ideal weight in mind they want to get to, or a dress size they'd like to fit into. All I want to do is to be able to cross my legs without sweating. I can't do it. I'm jealous of those guys, those long-legged fellas that can just cross their legs seamlessly. Never going to happen for me, I don't think. Jealous though, you know. I try to do it. You can just see, you know, the veins in my forehead start to pulse, and beads of sweat forming, and I'm like worrying in my head, like, am I going to lose a ball? It's just too much. We're in St. Paul. I live over in Minneapolis, both great cities. One thing that I think we take too much pride in is the lists we find ourselves on. Like if you guys watch the city pages, and by watch I mean read, you don't watch them, you read the city pages. If you read the city pages or listen to The Current, they're constantly talking about what new list we're on, and how great we are, and you know, what a wonderful place this is. And I think it just makes us look weak. You know, other towns aren't doing that. New York, Chicago, they're not worrying about where they rank on some list. They know they're great. We sound like a little kid at a family get-together trying to get the cousin's attention, you know? Like how bike-friendly we are, or how literate we are, or how we only have 3 or less Arby's. Those aren't real accomplishments. Get off yourselves. Since people have talked about Jesus and God already, and you know, good things come in 3, I will continue that on. I was watching the History Channel the other day. I don't know if you guys ever checked that out. I think it's kind of poorly named because all they do is show things about the Bible now. But I found myself, I was watching Bible, there I was, and they had a program on about the missing years of Jesus. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this period of his life. Basically from about 18 to 30, nothing is written about him in any form of any Bible that we know of. So they had on 2 theological experts discussing where he could or couldn't have been and what he was doing. Now this lasted an hour. I stayed in for about 5 minutes because it's pretty obvious, right? He's chasing his dreams. It's what any young 18-year-old does when they're full of piss and vinegar. They go off to Hollywood, you know? He's living under an oppressive stepfather. He had to get away from that, you know? Who knows? He's probably out joining an improv group or, you know, hooking up with loose women. You know that Mary Magdalene? I heard things. I heard things. But, you know, eventually his dreams were crushed and he had to come back home and join the family business. And everything was all right. One thing I hate, or my biggest fear, is when I walk into Chipotle and I see a bunch of white people working, because I know it's going to take forever. You know, they don't have that Latin hustle gene. They just don't have it. You know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of rich white kids posting up before they go off and gentrify somewhere. It's just awful. I want you know, Latin back there because they know what they're doing. They can work. White people don't belong in Chipotle. They just don't. I don't know if you heard the big news, but there's been some recent development in condom technology. There has. Don't get your hopes up. It's nothing great like making the person you were with look like who you wish they actually were. No. They now make snugger fitting condoms. Yeah, that's a real product that's now being sent out to the masses. And one of 2 things had to happen, neither of which are good. You know, one, some poor bastard who finally convinces someone else to have consensual sex tries putting on a condom and it won't work because it's too big. And that poor bastard has to write in a Trojan alerting them their product's not working. That's the good case. The other option is he said, fuck it, raw dogged it, and now he has an illegitimate child he wants nothing to do with it, staring him in the eyes, reminding him of how small his dick is. Poor bastard. Rough. Snugger fitting condoms. This next one's for Daniel. It's for you. Some cutting edge material. You might want to check it out. I'm 30 right now, and I really thought I would have things a little bit more figured out by this point in my life. You know, I mean, the other day, a friend of mine asked me how my 401k was doing. I said, great. And my other friend said, really? The restaurant you work at gives you a 401k? No. Turns out I didn't know what a 401k was. It's not doing great. But now my friends do know. I will affirmatively answer any question I don't know the answer to. That's not something you want to brag about. My car has been making a funny noise recently. You know, that's not fun. And I don't have the funds or the knowledge to fix it, so my only solution is to turn my car stereo up really loud. You know, out of sight, out of mind, that kind of problem. Lastly, I haven't been to the dentist. I don't remember the last time I was at the dentist, basically. Luckily, things are all right, but I'm a little worried what's going to happen should I get a tooth issue. Because given my previous problem-solving skills, I'm probably just going to turn my headphones up. I'm going to leave on that one. You guys have been a hot crowd. Thank you so much.